What's up, guys? It's your boy Ace, and today we're going to be talking about the patch that came out earlier and the alleged changes that EA has made to the game. I do say alleged because you never know with them. Sometimes they fix things, sometimes they don't, and sometimes they do claim that they fix things and they really didn't. So I do have my own opinions on this patch. I'll get into that later. For now, we're going to be talking about their patch notes. If you guys can't see this on the screen for whatever reason, feel free to check the description and click on the link. That'll take you right to the full patch notes. So that's important for anybody who actually cares about visual changes, solo battles changes, franchise. I'm not going to go over those things. I only really care about the gameplay, and that's what I feel like people on this channel really care about too. So let's start at the top. Key highlights: gameplay, new hit stick formula, less defensive knockouts versus possession catch, which is a huge one, and then play action pass blocking upgrade. So they go into those things in greater detail further down these patch notes. Let's go ahead and head down there. And what I'm going to do is just read each of these bullet points verbatim, and then I'll talk about it in a second. So first, it's talking about the catching. So let's go through all of these. Tuning to decrease the frequency of defensive knockouts versus catches, especially versus possession catches. Fix an issue causing defensive knockouts to occur on receivers after they have already gone to the ground, resulting in incorrect, incomplete pass rulings. Tuning to remove defensive knockouts on sideline catches, resulting in incorrect catch rulings. Tuning to decrease the frequency of defenders jumping to swat or catch passes intended for receivers who are behind them. Fix an issue causing... Okay, this is boring. I'm not going to keep reading verbatim. But basically what they've done, if you guys have noticed, when you try to possession catch, or before the patch, if you try to possession catch, a defensive player would usually animate with your receiver, and he would usually get a knockout animation. So they've tuned to decrease the frequency of that, which is great news. Now we can potentially use possession catch more. And then this would happen to me a lot, where you would get that animation on a sideline, and they would actually, the defensive player would bat it out of your receiver's hands, and then they would call it a catch, but you could clearly see the ball on the ground. So it looks like they have changed that. I have not witnessed that in a game yet, so I think it might be fixed. As for everything else, I mean, that's pretty much it. Those two things are the big ones for catching. So my main opinion on the possession catches is that they are slightly improved, but they do come with something that people are witnessing that could be another problem with possession catches. So the way I say it's slightly improved is that I feel like the receivers are actually coming down with the ball more often, and I think that's what they intended. But I think they opened up a new can of worms, and you'll notice sometimes your receivers will animate and the ball will just kind of like go right through your receiver's hands, and it's really weird. Like, it's almost like the receiver's not doing anything, and it's almost like your quarterback is also overthrowing at the same time. Really weird looking, and it's actually a pain in the ass. So looks like they might have fixed one thing and broke another. Now I will correct that on Twitter if I'm wrong, but I do feel like they kind of did nothing when you factor in that they did break something, in addition to potentially fixing something. Real player motion. So it looks like they fixed a bunch of things when it comes to the quarterback making some animations that he shouldn't be making when it comes to pre-snap stuff. Like fix an issue causing quarterback to sometimes use hot route animations when using fake snap. These are not huge changes. Fix an issue causing left-handed quarterbacks to sometimes turn around and look behind them when inside the pocket. Vic. Okay, so tuning to hit sticks to increase the frequency of broken tackles versus hit stick attempts. Note, hit stick outcomes are determined by using the defender's hit power rating versus the ball carrier's break tackle rating, and can be modified by weight and momentum of both players in the interaction. So one thing I've personally noticed, and let me know in the comments if you guys notice this too, but it has absolutely it doesn't matter who you're using to hit stick with. I have used 170, 180 pound cornerbacks, and I've hit stick tight ends consistently, and I get that juicy animation. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it's kind of annoying. As far as the outcomes and all that kind of stuff, I don't know yet. I haven't played enough post-patch to know. Okay, this one's important. This is a big one. Well, the first one first is upgraded block targeting and behavior for play action pass blocking. Everybody and their mother was blocking the running back instead of carrying out the play action, because when you didn't cancel the play action, you were getting shedded to death in a matter of less than 2 seconds every single time. So I don't know about that either. I have not used play action passes yet post-patch because my offense doesn't really run on play action passes, but I will definitely check that out. And the next thing will be tuning to slightly decrease early block sheds versus the run game on all Madden difficulty and simulation and competitive game styles. So they actually have a dev note here. I'm going to read it verbatim. Because rushing yards per carry is currently below our target range on all Madden, we have slightly decreased the frequency of early block sheds on all Madden by tuning them a little bit more towards the values used on all pro, where rushing yards per carry is within our target range. So what they basically said there is that before the year started, they had a goal in mind for where the community should be running the ball, like an average, and right now it's well below that average. So they're basically saying the run game sucks. Let's go ahead and give back to the run game a little bit. And that's what they claim they're doing. In the 3 games that I have played, I have ran the ball quite a bit, even out of heavy formations. I'm not personally noticing any difference with these sheds. They did say slightly decrease, but I have not noticed any difference. So you would think that if they're well below their target range, you would think that they would buff it a little bit more. Well, I guess nerf sheds a little bit more, and I personally don't feel like that's the case. Let's see. We have fixed issues causing tight ends to remain frozen at the line when they had no defender to block when in pass blocking assignments. Yeah, that is. I've seen that plenty of times where, for instance, if they like try to overload one side with like 3 or 4 rushers, and then the tight end's on the opposite side and he blocks, he legit just stands there and does nothing. He doesn't actually help on the overload side, which is annoying. Tuning to increase the effectiveness of the Ultimate Team ability, secure pass blocker. I don't know about all that. Let's see. That's pretty much it. So those were the main changes. They did claim that possession catch is improved, and I would say I agree slightly. It's not. You still get that animation sometimes, so it's not like it's possession catch is something to use every single time. As far as block sheds go, I personally don't believe that they are, decreased. I think they're the same. And then the other change would be play action pass blocking, and it's also the hit sticks, but yeah, I don't know about that either. As far as the play action pass blocking goes, I haven't used play action yet, but go ahead and figure that out for yourself, because I don't really run play action. But that's it for the video, guys. I hope I was pretty thorough with this. Try not to be so boring reading patch notes, because they are super boring. But yeah, if you guys enjoy Madden IT content, please drop a like and subscribe. I upload daily, and I'll see you guys later.